Welcome back, Guardians. And today we talk about something that has fallen through the cracks. In the ever-approaching Rise of Iron DLC, I decided to go back, look through the past couple of videos, and find what may or may not have fallen through. Something that I talked about briefly, but not directly. Something important. So, I looked on Bungie's website, tried to find some new stuff, something that could be related back to the old, and sure enough, something that pops out in my face that I've loved to talk about but never quite talked about was in fact the Gjallarhorn. I know, surprisingly, I never made a video called The Lore on Gjallarhorn, but yet it's the best gun in the game. Arguably the most famous, and still not forgotten. Yes, it is coming back, and no, it's not the same. Maybe the same damage, maybe a little bit nerfed. All I know is that Gjallarhorn is coming back. Now, I'd like to talk to you about the lore of Gjallarhorn. Because you see, the Gjallarhorn in the new Rise of Iron, whether it may be the Iron Gjallarhorn or the original Gjallarhorn, those are different from the original Gjallarhorn, the one before Rise of Iron, and that's what this video is all about. In order to understand the Gjallarhorn, we have to work backwards, way past its golden days. Although it may have another golden days to come, let's just jump into the future. The Gjallarhorn, that is not the Iron Gjallarhorn because I have no idea what just happens. I don't know the lore behind that. It's just kind of black and silver. It's pretty cool looking. But other than that, it doesn't have much lore. But as for the original Gjallarhorn, the one you'll be receiving in the Rise of Iron DLC, it's not the same as the old one. Now, it is built the same way, but the difference lies in the materials, I'm going to be guessing. I don't personally know about the quest you will be receiving. You are able to get the quest no matter what time you purchase the game. It's if you pre-purchase it, you are able to get the black and silver one. That's neither here nor there. But what you'll need to be doing along the quest is that you must gather the materials to put together the new Gjallarhorn. And that's all I know about the lore. We do not know of the materials that you'll be receiving or how you'll be getting the materials. Now, to draw from the old Gjallarhorn, the original, the better, the best Gjallarhorn, that one was made specially. It was made during a time of struggle, and it was made during a time of disaster. We're talking about the Battle of Twilight Gap. Now, this is the video that I talked about the Gjallarhorn briefly. The original Gjallarhorn was made by Faisal Crux. You don't really need to know the name, but you can remember it to brag to your friends about how nerdy you are. You see, Faisal Crux, after the Battle of Twilight Gap, which was a very bloody, gruesome, many Guardians had died, war, he went around and gathered up the armors, that includes the helmets, chest plates, gauntlets, everything from head to toe of some fallen Guardians, and decided to create a rocket launcher. Now that rocket launcher, as you do know, is the Gjallarhorn. So the new Gjallarhorn that you will be holding, if you do create it, is not the same as the original. And if you want a quick little touch up on the story of the Battle of Twilight Gap, it was how the Fallen had attacked the city pretty close. In fact, there's the Twilight Gap map on the Crucible, as you know. If you're not familiar with it, it has a bunch of guns everywhere. That is where they held off the Fallen from. This is also where Lord Shaxx, Commander Zavala, and Lord Saladin got their names even more famous. But let's not forget, out of the war, no matter how terrible it was, we did get one of the best guns and possibly one of the best reaction compilations of all time on Destiny. Anything in the community. The Gjallarhorn Reactions, I had one myself, although I wasn't recording any sound, I was just recording the video. And it was taken from us and taken king. And now we're getting it back. Only this time in black and silver, or if you want, the original colors, just not the same. But anyway, Guardians, that is the lore on the Gjallarhorn. Just want you guys to remember that when you're holding the new Gjallarhorn, it's not the same. But I guess that doesn't matter because you got Gjallarhorn back and it's finally up to date and able to actually keep up with the new weapons. And yes, it's going to be great. So with the new raid, you're going to be asking again, do you have a Gjallarhorn? And if they answer no, you kick them, and yes, you made a new friend. But anyway, Guardians, that's been it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, Guardians.